Hey, this is Kirk Hilliard.
And it's Rusty Byrd. It's the Kirk and Byrd Show, and we are here today with two of Prince William County's finest basketball players over the last couple of years. We've got with us Tavarres Riley from Freedom Woodbridge, and we've got Nasir Coleman of Patriot High School. Welcome to the show, guys.
Appreciate you for having us. Appreciate
you. Oh yeah. We've been looking forward to this. Glad we could finally link up our schedules. To talk a little bit about this past year, what you got coming up. In the meantime, go ahead, Kirk. Tell people where they can find us.
Yeah, so everybody at Freedom Woodbridge and Patriot, you guys a lot of coverage throughout the year. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. If you're watching this, hit subscribe. Look for us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and if I'm forgetting the others, all the audio platforms, Audible, Apple, and those things. So we've got a lot coming for football. Got a preview that we're going to be doing, and we're going to crank that up. But we are excited to talk about hoops right now.
Yeah, no doubt. So let's go ahead on and get right into it. We'll talk about this past season, a little bit about you guys' relationship and what you've been going through this summer. So first off, for those that don't know, Nasir, you just graduated from Patriot. You had an outstanding high school career and led Patriot to their two of their finest seasons in school history. Tell us about this past year, and actually let's cover 2 years, because it was a great run, one of the best in Prince William County history. And tell us a little bit about your time playing basketball at Patriot.
The last 2 seasons was a blast. I had fun. We like during the season, we worked really hard. So for us to get to the Final Four, the last 2 years, it felt good. I know the first year we came up short, losing by a buzzer beater, but last season we got to our goal. We got to VCU, but we just came up short. But during high school at Patriot, it was really fun. I had a blast doing it.
Yeah. Now, for those that may not know, Nasir, you're a 2-time All-State athlete, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You're a 2-time All-State athlete, obviously all district, all region. And then, and you're going to be playing college basketball at UDC. Is that correct?
Yeah, UDC, University of DC.
Outstanding. I have a couple of really good friends that played there back in the day. In fact, Weaver Blondin, who has been on our show, played there and was a point guard on the national championship team back in the 80s. Yeah, he really good friend of mine, great basketball player, but he loves his time and experiences at UDC. Tavarres, let's get to know a little bit more about you. So you're a rising senior, played the last couple of years at Freedom High School, and I know you were the leading scorer in the area. You averaged almost 30 points a game, bro. 29 points a game. You put it out there, dog. So 29 points a game. All right. You were also a first-team All-State basketball player. Tell us about your last few years, your last couple of seasons playing at Freedom.
My last couple of seasons at Freedom, it's been pretty much, tell you, just a huge story. First year coming in, it was a whole new team, a lot of first year transfers. Coach West, very, very good coach. We didn't have enough time to bring it all together. It was a good rocky season. Next year we got hired a new coach, and Coach Harris. I'm not sure.
Coach Harris, right?
Yeah, Coach Harris. He was a very good guy. He accepted all of us for our new personalities, and that's what really helped me with a lot of scoring this year. Coach Harris allowed me to be the best version of me offensively and defensively, allowed me to become this leader, and I just became the best me at Freedom so far since I've been there.
Wow. Outstanding.
You had a great both guard spots?
No. I was really more so my sophomore year, I was more so the point guard. This last year, I was more so off the ball. Shamar Cisco was
That's what I was
guard.
thinking. With all those points, you probably pay a shooting guard. Yeah. Allen Iverson, 6'1" shooting guard.
Yes, sir.
Really,
yes, sir.
What was your biggest scoring game this past year?
It was a district playoff game, or I'm pretty sure it was a district playoff game against Potomac. I had 51 points.
51.
I
thought you had 50.
That game. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's amazing. Putting up, I tell you, when you watch a high school basketball game and somebody scores 30 points, it feels like a lot. 40 points, it feels like a tremendous amount. But to drop 50 in 8-minute quarters is really phenomenal. And then Nasir, I got to tell you, bro, I followed you over the last couple of years and always know, like your junior year, you all only lost one game and you were clearly the class of this region and one of the top players in the state and all of the DMV. But this last season, I saw where your game, when it turned to the playoffs, to me, it took it to a whole nother level. I mean, not that you were cruising during the regular season, but I thought your leadership really showed in the playoffs. And, but you know how before you go into a game, you go, well, this playoff team might do this, or this playoff team, no, they're playing Oscar Smith for this, or Lansdowne, but like you showed no fear, and you definitely were a leader. To me, you felt like an extension of Coach Rivers. But describe to me how you felt, because I'm telling you, I was legit. I didn't know based on some of the games I saw during the year, but once during the regular, but once you got to the playoffs, I was like, oh, Nasir's the man. Tell me what were you thinking as the postseason began? Because you had, to me, one of the best performances I've seen over a playoff run in high school basketball. Tell me about this year.
Yeah, I mean, like during the playoffs, I was just trying to be the best version, like just on and off the court for my team. Because I know, like, when we get down the line, every play counts, every play matters. So I was just trying to do everything I can to get my team to win. So whether that was scoring, being a leader, playing defense, and Sherm, and like I was talking to a lot of coaches during the season, they was telling me like being a leader was a big thing. So I definitely was trying to show my leadership throughout like the playoffs and like off this court. So like in the hallways, making sure guys was doing what they needed to do in school, out of school. So definitely that.
Yeah. Rusty, we were sitting like 5 rows back when they played Oscar Smith. That's the most intense defense I've seen at a high school level in years. And Nasir, I remember, on my memory's like, you were guarding their 6'8" kid who's going to be a big time player. You were holding your own, and that guy could play. He was big and he could play. People are going to learn about him, but you were guarding him and you were doing a very good job on him. How was that?
I'm not even going to lie to you. I needed that timeout right after that, because I'm not even gonna lie, I gave everything I got to keep him out the paint. I was trying to front him, push him out the paint. I think something happened, like they got the ball, but I guess they called timeout or something. And I was gassed, but like I was just doing everything I can to get him out the paint, play good defense.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you ball out. And I'll tell you, I also was really impressed with your play in the state championship game. That's a big time environment to play at the Siegel Center. But I thought you showed a lot of composure and played very well. And it's no shame to say that you lost to Hayfield, one who's had a 2-year run, that's historic in Virginia high school basketball history. And you guys, we know you can play with them and you can beat them. Like you all at their place at Hayfield. Was that a 2-point game?
I think they won by. They won by.
Yeah, it's very close.
2, 3, or 4 points. I know it was very, very close, and that was to start the season out. And but again, just a tremendous season. I thought the senior leaders you all had at Patriot and overall play was just outstanding. But let's talk a little bit more about you all, and let's go back a little bit. How long have you two known each other? Are you both from Prince William County? Have you always lived in Northern Virginia, and where did you all meet? And I know you've been balling together this summer, but tell me a little bit about you guys. How long have you known each other?
I think we met Nasir. He was good at football. Like he was good at football back when he was like 5 or 6. We met on a football. Me, I was never a football guy. But you see, my parents made me play football when we was like 5 or 6. We met on the Dale City Panthers.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how we met back in the day. And then I guess my football career came to an end that year. And Nasir's dad had a basketball team, and I started playing with him. And ever since then, coached us for a while. He coached us all the way up. Then yeah, we've been close ever since then.
Oh wow! So like 5 years old. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what other sports did you play? Tavarres, did you ever play baseball or soccer or track? What about you, Nasir?
Nah, I only played football. I played football and basketball. That's it.
How long did the football career last?
I would say to like middle school, like I just wasn't messing with it no more. I was trying to. I could either pick one or the other to really like give my all into, and I just felt like basketball was it. So I was good at football though. Like I could have played football if I really wanted to.
Bro, you could probably have done whatever you put all your focus into. Or you could have been probably part-time and still been great and everything. But maybe, yeah, I mean, I know being able to focus on basketball helped you all to be as elite as you were. But I could tell with your athleticism, you probably could have done anything. Did you ever run track? As a track coach, I would have loved to have had you out there. Did you ever think about that?
Nah, I never thought about track. Sherman had us on the track during summers in the hot summer running 400s, 300s, 200s. So I knew my track career was never going. I could not do it. I don't know. I give all salute to people that do track, but this last summer, last year before my senior year, I tried to play football. Like I was on the team actually. Like I was about to start playing corner.
Okay.
My dad was scared I was gonna get hurt. Everybody was scared.
Yeah. So I can understand.
I was going to the workouts and everything, but I had like an injury on my toe. Like I broke my toe.
Oh, so, yeah.
I just healed and just focused on basketball.
Did you all ever run cross country? Tavarres, did you ever run cross country? I know some basketball coaches will have their athletes run cross country to have something to do in the fall, but also continue to build up that wind and keep their lungs and conditioning going.
No, I actually never ran cross country. But now that you mentioned track, I ran track 1 year before, but I never ran cross country before.
Kirk was a basketball player, played at Phoebus High School. But Kirk, you also ran cross country, right?
Yeah. Couldn't play football, so I had to do something in the fall. And I played tennis in spring, but we practiced in the fall. So, without the coach there. But
yeah.
I would run and we would go play basketball, and that was a lot of fun. It's something I was thinking about. Is basketball y'all's favorite sport? Because a lot of times your primary sport, we've talked to a lot of people, your primary sport is not your favorite. Basketball is my favorite sport. Tavarres, is basketball your favorite sport?
It's my favorite sport to play, but not to watch. My favorite sport to watch is football.
Okay, yeah. What about you, Nasir?
Yeah, I would definitely say basketball is my favorite.
Yeah, and we've talked about this because I was best as a football player because of my build and growing up in Hampton, Virginia. That was what we all did. Like everybody played football all the time, and but I love basketball and I loved basketball. In fact, if I could have the sport I love to watch and play the most, and if I could just be great at one sport, it would be basketball. But I do love football. Like I love watching college football and college basketball even more than I like. I don't like the NBA. I like college basketball. NBA, and I say that because I'm a high school basketball referee, and I don't like the referees in the NBA and how they call the games. I think it distracts with all that. So that's my thing. All right. It's in the summer of 2023. What have you guys been doing this summer? I know you've been playing some ball, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, you, sir, are you Tavarres? Are you playing?
Yeah, I played this summer on the Under Armour circuit with DC Premier for this summer. I've been playing some. I played a couple games. Nasir played more than me outside at the Berry Farms on the Goodman's League. And then most of the other time, just been straight at basketball gym, in the gym, working out, perfecting my game, perfecting my craft.
Any of the big summer tournaments? I mean, there's a big one in Vegas and Myrtle Beach. Any
I played the biggest summer tournament I played in probably this summer was the UA finale. It's like the final championship. All the best Under Armour teams come and play in. Yeah, that's the biggest tournament I played in.
Was that local?
It was in Atlanta.
Oh, okay. Mhm.
Barry Farms, tell us about that. How was that league, that experience?
It's still going on right now. It's a good vibe. Like, it's a good atmosphere. If you don't got like a good head on your shoulders, the crowd's talking to you, people in the crowd's talking to
That's
you.
good. That's
But
good.
it feels good like to have the community, everybody come out. They basically on the court, they got chairs sitting on the baseline, on the sideline. They
Yep.
could pull your jersey if they wanted to. So it's a good vibe. It's a good atmosphere. I like playing in front of like crowds like that. And it's kind of chill. They got food out there. Funnel
That's
picks.
it's the DMV's version of Rucker Park.
Mm-hmm.
Where are the games?
I know if we win or something, I heard somebody telling me about like, I think it's called Dykeman. I don't know, something like that. We get like Nike gear and we might go up there and play one of their teams or something like that.
Oh, cool. All right. And what is there? How are the teams divided? Like, are you all based in a category by age, experience?
I know they got a junior Goodman League. I think that's for like me and T can play in the junior, and we can also play up. Like, it's like whatever. Like, it's like who you know basically. So like,
Okay.
so like we know this coach. His son plays on district basketball club. Like, he plays on that team. So like his dad Kai, his dad coaches both the junior Goodman and like the older league. So we just play. I think his name is Marcus. So we play on the both of the teams. Whenever he calls us up, we just go out there and play.
Now, is your team based? Have a lot of guys from Virginia or
all around Maryland and Virginia?
Okay. Now let me ask you this: people, you're in a hotbed of basketball. Like this, PG County, Washington D.C. produces some of the best basketball players in the country. Northern Virginia does, but we didn't always get the respect it deserves because we got ballers in Northern Virginia, but people talk a lot more about the Richmond and 757 area just because some of the names, but no, like it's mad ballers in Northern Virginia. So how do y'all feel, or how do y'all do when y'all are playing the PG guys, or if Baltimore folks come down? How does that look?
I really think the credit isn't given to Northern Virginia because there's not enough Northern Virginia organizations that play big time tournaments and are showcasing. So like all the best Northern Virginia kids are playing for these PG County teams and these Baltimore teams and having to go to private schools in Richmond and Maryland because that's where they're gonna be able to showcase their skill the best. But I think like if you look at it, a lot of these teams, a lot of the big time players, as of recently, have been coming out of the Northern Virginia area.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
For high school and rising college, right now, Northern Virginia has been producing a lot of good big time. Like, would you consider South County Northern Virginia?
Yeah.
Yeah. Northern Virginia has
all the way up from Fredericksburg. Yeah.
Northern Virginia has prospects, especially like the 2025 class in basketball. That Northern Virginia has plenty of prospects right now. That high major too.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Jordan Scott at
Jordan Scott, Nate Ahmed, just a few just big time offers.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Yeah, Jamie Kites. Jamie.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah,
Jamie. Shooter.
Yep. Maryland got him out of Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. All right, that's good stuff. Let me ask you this. Do you think, now I know you don't know all the players from all the different stuff, but do you think Northern Virginia, if y'all picked like a top 8 guys who were in high school last year, and you went against maybe a top 8, and I'm going to say public schools, because it's hard to say like private schools if Montrose Christian brought in people from North Carolina, but how do you think you guys would do against maybe PG County, Montgomery County, DC, if we were just trying to see who got the best ballers? Do you think Northern Virginia, and so I'm not saying just Prince William County, do you think y'all could put together a squad that could represent?
Most definitely, but most of us Virginia guys, we go to like the DC and Maryland teams to play, but like it's a lot of us like me, T, Deshaun, it's a lot of us like that all played together at some point that just we wasn't getting like the exposure from the AAU point of view out here, so we just shipped off to like the takeovers and the DC premieres. And
I think public school wise, Northern Virginia would probably be right there.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that. I think we probably win that.
Yeah.
Because DC, no one
DC public
goes to
schools
anymore.
aren't as good in basketball as
Lawrence
people would think.
Moten, Sherman Douglas would go to private schools today, you know?
Yeah. All right. So let me ask you all this, because I know this was a thing when I was a kid, and I'm sure Malin was doing this. So back in the day, I just don't see it now. When we played basketball, like we played, now again, I'm from a big time football area, but we used to do neighborhood stuff. So we would go play football, but basketball was our thing. We could travel. We would go and we would represent our neighborhood. We would go to this court and we would try to, to take their money. We used to go all over and play. Do you all first of all, with the advent of all these leagues and AAU, do kids still ever just go out and play street ball? And if you do, is it even outside, or y'all always meeting at a gym?
Me necessarily, as of recently, I have been trying to avoid, besides playing that very fun, I've been trying to avoid as much outside basketball as possible because of how much wear and tear my body already got from the high school season. And AAU, outside basketball ain't just gonna do nothing but make my knees hurt more when I get back home. But I still
let's go back about over the last 5
I was gonna say 10, 11, 12 years old.
Yeah, I'm saying middle school, growing up. Just growing up. Where did you go ball?
Outside all the time. Last year,
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Last year I went Porter's elementary school right here, not too far from my house. I used to be outside. I used to be 50, 60 people out there waiting to play 5.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I used last year, not this year though. I feel like I got too old for it this year. My knees.
Yeah. And at this point in high school, I know you don't, like you said, you don't want to get hurt. But y'all play. Do you guys like to play together on the same team, or do you prefer to go against each other? And if you play against each other, do you try to check each other? You stay away from each other?
Yeah, trash talk.
Now, we most of the time we play 5 together. We always on the same team, so it really don't everybody already be having their own 5 when you come to the basketball court nowadays. So you just gotta come with your own 5.
Yeah.
So we try to we come with a group of people. We'll come with a group of people we know our core, and then maybe we add somebody that's just on the side or something just to run with us that we may know or may have a little bit of game. So, but we come with our core, core 3 or core me and T will play on the team and just pick up 3 other people. Me and him.
Yep. Okay.
So if the 4 of us went to the court, all right, and we picked up Mal, we got us 5. All right, who bringing the ball up? And who shooting?
Nasir's bringing the ball up.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I'm probably bringing the ball up because I'm gonna pull my old, I'm the oldest dude out here mess on you. Because if we go out there, this is what we'll do. Now, see, I'll let you run the point, but you make sure you get me the ball whenever I'm open, or just I'll cherry pick all day, bro. You just make sure you got your head up.
I got you.
Mal, you and Kirk, I think you might be the tallest out of Kirk. All we need you to do is give boards, foul people.
I tell you, man, if you've not played a high intensity, high impact sport later on in life, 54, we're both 54. If you think you can go out there and run up and down that court like you used to and jump, it's,
Tell you something, Kirk.
I had a
we
heart attack
got Nasir Coleman, we better be able to stay on that court. As long as you can get, Kirk, you can walk like an old man, just get some rebounds, and I'm gonna be and use your fouls. Mal, what you gonna do? What you bringing, Mal?
2 Achilles injuries.
Achilles injuries,
bro. I have 2, and 1 in each knee. I broke the kneecap, and my patella tendon popped on my right knee and my left knee over a 5-year period. And so, I definitely, my game looks like the old man out there. Okay. But that would be something. Okay. Kirk, why don't you take us into some other areas right now?
I was just thinking about this the other day. I think it'd be a pretty cool topic for your age group as well as our age group and everybody in between. And that is, we know you guys are so tired of hearing us talk about old school players. I was just thinking that Michael Jordan dunking from the foul line was revolutionary. Now there's 10 guys in LA Fitness that can do it that don't even play basketball. But when you guys hear us guys, you know, in our 50s and older talk about the young guys couldn't play now, and you watch tape of Magic, Larry Bird, what are your feelings? Because I'm starting to get real here, Rusty. They look slow.
Oh,
their
yeah.
skill level is down. What do y'all think?
Like basketball compared nowadays to back in the day, I think like those guys, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, like I mean that's just how basketball was, but it's just not as entertaining as now basketball now. They are, you right, way slower, way less skilled. Guys like Larry Bird, he was a good player, but like nowadays that's just a 3-and-D type of player nowadays. Larry Bird, in my opinion,
Yeah.
nowadays Larry Bird is a 3-and-D type of player. Magic Johnson is a Ben Simmons. That's just my opinion. Better version of nowadays.
Ben Simmons, man, that's a put down.
No,
That's just
I
me.
agree to in a way, but what you got to understand also, yes, we have a lot. The athletes nowadays, they look more athletic and faster because they've been training
Right.
for that from the time they were 10 years old. And but what you got to remember is the players that were the best back then still probably would have been the best today. So it's the question is, of course, if you took your skill set right now, you guys, and you went back 40 years, of course, you would look like the best ever. You know, but I can guarantee you if Magic and Jordan and some of those guys, right, whatever, if they played today, they would have been still some of the best players.
Yeah, that's agreeable.
So
okay, let me just say this. So by that rationale also, in 40 years, somebody's going to go back and look at y'all's tape and say, Tavarres ain't had no game. You know, I see they had no game because it's going to be different. I'm gonna tell you, Steph Curry changed stuff just in the last 10 years.
Facts.
Go ahead, Kirk.
No, we love to do the Mount Rushmore. That's 4. What's your Mount Rushmore, Tavarres, of basketball?
Top 4 all time.
Your top 4. Because sometimes we all get in debate about who the top 4 is. You know, it can be a number of people, but who is your top 4 players of all time?
My favorite 4: Kobe, LeBron, KD, Steph.
That's a mature top. That's a mature Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. Everybody was good, and I'm a Laker fan, but I'm not a Kobe fan. But go ahead.
Who's the kid in Memphis that keeps
all time?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, you got to throw Kobe, LeBron, Jordan, and Shaq on it. I would throw a point guard, but you just gotta go. I mean, 4.
Just switch out Kobe. Did you say Magic?
Nah.
Switch Kobe, put Magic in there, and that's your point guard, the greatest of all time.
Oh, I never watched Magic Johnson really play like that. I'm saying like No. You got to throw Michael Jordan in there because he's one of the greatest of all time.
But did you say Steph?
Nah.
Because he's greatest shooter and he's a point guard. Okay, what about you?
Of course, Michael Jordan, LeBron, 6'8", 250. If you stop him on the perimeter, he'll post you up. Kareem could play now. He'd run up and down the court, sky hook. Actually, these young kids could probably.
No, Tavarres. Don't look at the 40-year-old Kareem. Go look at the 20-year-old Kareem.
Oh yeah.
Because he spent 4 years in college, so he didn't even get into the league till he was 22. But if you look at how he was extremely athletic at 7'1" or 7'2". Go ahead, Kirk. I'm sorry.
So that's 3. For 4, that's a tough one. I mean, you could go Magic, you could go a number of people. You know, I'd have to probably go Magic Johnson because of all of the championships, but still 6'9" as a guard today. And if you look at Magic, one of the things you always see is how he uses his behind. You know, he's always bent down, low center of gravity. You got a big guy like that knows how to distribute the ball. And his court vision, I have not seen anybody have court vision like that. I realize it does look old. The video looks old, but I appreciate the newer guys.
Yeah, for me, I'd go with people that impacted the game in some way. And Bill Russell, you know, his skill set by looking at it, doesn't look great, but the impact he had in terms of winning 11 championships, winning the college 2 national championships, the leader. I mean, he not only was, you know, a great leader as a player, but he also at one point he was the player coach. Like he was the head coach and played and won a NBA championship. So that impact. So it's Bill Russell. I not a Jordan fan, but I got to give him his props. You know, one of the best ever. And then the other one, and again, Jordan, because of the impact. Not that he wasn't great, but the marketing that went along with Michael Jordan with the shoes and his style of play impacted the game. Like it,
Have y'all
it
seen
definitely.
Air? Have y'all seen the movie Air?
It was,
Movie,
you mean the Tim part?
When they were talking, are they talking about like when his mom set up like the Nike endorsement?
Yeah,
That
it's
movie?
Air. It's the
Yeah,
movie.
I seen
Oh,
it.
the
I seen
movie.
it
You're
a
talking
little
about
bit,
the
yeah.
movie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Have y'all
I
seen
think
that?
you're talking
I seen a little bit, not much of it though.
Yeah.
Have you seen it, Nasir?
No, I think I seen a little bit. No, I didn't watch
Okay.
the whole.
Yeah, Howard White, the guy Chris Tucker plays, is from our hometown. He graduated in 1969, went to Maryland. So that's pretty cool to see that.
Mhm.
I mean, that's what's opened the door for athletes, honestly, to make all this money now. Michael Jordan doing those types of things and the big numbers. Every sport has to look at him and the global brand, you know, that he has. I was just going to point out, if you guys want to watch it too, it's a great episode that we put out. I don't know the number, Rusty, but we talk about the best basketball players from the Virginia high school basketball players. And there's a lot of good stuff. Rusty does his top 5. He did not put Allen Iverson in his top 5, and he went to his high school. So, and then there's my top 5. Cool stuff, though. There's some great basketball players from the state of Virginia. So if Virginia outranks in number 1 draft picks, I believe New York and I think it's Illinois. Pretty amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, let me ask you all this. Who would you say were some of the key people that influenced you in your life? And it doesn't have to just be basketball, but it could be. But who are some of the people that you would say have been role models or been influences on in your life?
I would say first, I think we always say this, our parents, because you just see your parents working hard. But other than that, I'll probably say like I grew up in a household where it was like I had like my cousins around me, so like older cousins. So you would look up to your cousins. My cousins was one of the like probably one of the best public school players to come out of here.
You can say his name. You can say it.
Tarek Felder, TT Felder, Demia Felder, and I used to have Randy Haynes over my house all the time.
Oh
so
yeah. No.
looking up to those people definitely like gave me big influence to see what I want to do in my life and the road I should go down, the path I should go down.
I like that.
All right, what about you, Tavarres?
First, yeah, like Nasir said, parents, especially my father, you know, been training me, pushing me for a long time. Also, Nasir's dad, he helped me a lot too, training me, pushing me, keeping me straight on. And another, my friends too, like seeing guys like Nasir, Deshaun, like that's the main thing right there. Nasir, Deshaun, Harris Smith, and seeing them two, they doing big things. It make me feel like, oh yeah, I can't be the last man left out. Make me work harder, make me grind, make me try to reach those expectations with them, alongside with them, so we, you know, be the same three as always. All three of us exceed and excelling to the next level. You know, and that's my motivation right there.
That's not
Man, I can talk to anybody about food, music, movies, or streaming. So Rusty always has crazy questions. Best French fries, Tavarres. Don't think about it, just go.
Arby's.
Arby's. Oh,
Okay, I'm feeling you.
All right.
I'm feeling you.
All right.
Let's see.
Nasir.
He said Arby's.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Nah, he's tripping.
Them curly fried junk or anything like that, dog. Yes.
Yeah.
No, wait, do you like the crinkle or you like the curly fries?
I like the curly fries.
Okay.
He thinks
Either one.
Chick-fil-A
Either one.
He thinks Chick-fil-A has fries. You've been in Northern Virginia too long if you think Chick-fil-A has good fries. Nasir, what is it?
It's either Popeyes or Checkers, like the season fries.
Checkers.
Wow,
Thank you.
man, y'all are all over the place.
No, yes.
It's
Y'all
like
have good taste in fries.
yeah, Checkers
You
or
know-
Popeyes, one of the two.
There you go. You know what I don't like, and people just go to it because that's where they've eaten the most, is McDonald's. They're way overrated. Their fries are way overrated.
The best.
They're not.
Yeah, they are.
Nah.
All
Nope.
right.
Yeah,
They get cold quick, and then they're done.
It's all soggy.
Thank you.
If you got an
Thank you.
straight, you got an air fryer, you'd be good. Throw them in the air fryer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Who? Go ahead, Kirk.
No, I was just gonna say, if you got the munchies late Friday night and all the fast food places are open, what's your number one choice, Tavarres?
Oh, when it included like Wendy's late night. You
got it, man.
Oh yeah, Wendy's 4 for 4.
Wendy's.
4 for 4.
You got to save room for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Nasir.
It's either Wendy's or McDonald's.
Okay.
So I wasn't rich growing up. In fact, I was relatively poor. Didn't know I was poor until I look back. But but this was my go-to in college, and I don't, Kirk. But it's still my go-to today. If I'm coming home late from work or a party, whatever, I'm going to Taco Bell, bro.
Rusty,
Taco
Taco
Bell.
Bell has a Mountain Dew contract, and you can get Mountain Dew. That's almost worth it right there.
Yeah, I'm going to Taco Bell even to this day. The other day, I think I got off work really late, and I go ahead. I got me they got a Chipotle burrito, chicken burrito for like $2, bro, and I get the soft taco.
Yeah. So here's another one, different spin on it, Rusty. All right, if you're flying to the West Coast, you're going against the wind going out there. It's 5 hours, 6 hours there, 5 hours back. Tavarres, if you got to pick a series to watch for 6 hours, right? You probably get in 4, 5 episodes. You got to go-to series. It could be HBO, it could be Apple, it could be Netflix.
Is this assuming like I never watched the series before, and it would just be like have to be like rewatched for me, or like a series I already watched before?
Something you want to binge. Either way, just what would you want to binge?
Something like The Wire or like Power or something like one of those. Like
Oh,
BMF, one of those.
You've seen this. You got some good answers, bro. What's up? What about you, Nasir?
Either Power, Ghost Book, Ozark, or BMF.
Okay, I'm feeling you on that Ozark. What about you, Kirk?
Well, I'm always partial to The Wire, but I was just getting ready to say, this is controversial, but Breaking Bad has never gotten me. And even after an episode into the second, when I watch The Wire, I am toast after 30 minutes. I'm into it. Ozark takes about 3, but I cannot.
Ozark takes a couple, but Breaking Bad definitely. I started Breaking Bad. I started over like 3 or 4 times. You got to get past like episode 3, and then it flows. But I'll tell you what I do. I will watch something, but then I'll save the next, like the season 2 or 3 or 4, maybe for later, or the follow up. So like right now, I've got what's the Better Call Saul.
Yep.
I haven't watched that yet, but I'm getting ready to. And then favorite all-time movie, whether you saw it in the theater or at home.
Nah, not me. I'm not really a movie type of person. I can't sit and watch like something for like 2-3 hours and stay focused for that long.
Wait, so you saying
phone,
you don't go watch no Mission Impossible?
You might get a Snapchat, man.
No, I don't. I really like. I rarely went to the movies. I can't even cut on a movie by myself. Like I'm not. A movie guy.
You gotta break
Okay,
that,
what about
man.
you, Nasir?
Go to movies.
I'm a movie type of guy. My parents, my mom, my dad, they love movies. I could tell, like, I go around the house like today right now, just saying like lines in the movies, trying to be funny. But I would say one of my favorite movies, probably like one of the Fridays. I think
that's what I was about to. Yes.
It got to be Fridays, all about the Benjamins.
I own 5 movies, and Friday is one of them. Got to have Friday.
My kids. So my wife and I, we've been to the movies every weekend. I mean, last 3 weekends and the last Saturdays in a row. But my kids, they didn't even know until I think I showed my kids like 2-3 summers ago, maybe sometimes in COVID, finally got to see Friday, They saw, golly, a bunch of those classics from what was the other ones, Kirk? School Days, Coming to America, all those. But my kids don't even realize they were quoting stuff from Friday and they didn't even know that's where it came from. My kids for years have been like, bye Felicia, and didn't know where it came from until we saw the movie. Or Boys in the Hood. Either they don't know, or they don't show, or they don't care about what's going on with the boys in the hood. Or hey, want to see a dead body? My kids didn't even know where that stuff was coming from. Hey, man, what's your movie, man?
My go-to movie? I have to say, I'm a 90s kid, so man, Boys in the Hood. It's crazy laughing at me right now because neither one of Tavarres, when he was a kid, about 6 years old, and I know he knows what I'm gonna say. He came to the house and I asked him, did he see The Wood before? Much movies.
About Houston. Isn't that about Houston? The Wood?
Wood is a movie about three best friends that get back together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they get back together about maybe 10, 15 years and come back to some type of reunion or whatever. But for a kid that didn't watch movies at all, he was stuck. And he's like, man, this is the best movie ever, I could watch or whatever. Because Tavarres is one of those moving kids, and Tavarres is one of those kids that I would argue with him about football and basketball at 7 years old. And I would argue with him like an adult. And that's Tavarres is one of those kids he was before his time. So you sit there and you talk to him about stats, and he's like, oh, Kobe had 24.6 last year. I mean, he'll break it down to you like a man. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't more with the movies with Tavarres, it was more with knowing the IQ of sports with him.
Okay.
But like I said, man, Boys in the Hood, the go-to movies of the 90s.
Yeah.
Do y'all have a favorite sports movie?
Favorite movie?
I'm trying to think. With Jesus Shuttleworth,
He got game.
He got
game.
Watching that game, I was literally just watching that the other day.
Yep.
Or what's that movie called? Friday Night Lights, when he messed up his knee.
Yeah.
The Friday Night Lights.
That was
the series. The series is better. If you want to binge watch Friday Night Light, the series.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
That's good. You guys ever stream like sports like documentaries or like not Friday Night Lights, but I'm sorry, QB1? Did you guys ever watch that? Or you watch Last Chance U?
Last Chance U, Friday Night Tights. Yeah,
Friday Night Tights was my joy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with the little kids.
Yeah, because y'all are about the age of some of those kids that they were following over the last like 10 years. Yes,
Myzel Miller and all them. I remember.
Yeah. Myzel, he graduated this year or last year. No, he graduated last year from high school, and he's not playing college football.
Yeah, that's all right.
He was a beast in youth football. Okay, all right. And so you could just in general, where would you like to see yourself in about 10 years?
10 years. I would hope to at least have played I would hope for basketball to take me as far as it possibly can, throughout college, even maybe professional anywhere. I'm not just talking about NBA. I'm talking overseas somewhere.
Get paid to play.
Yeah, just let basketball take me as far as it can, and worry about life after college and stuff like that when that time comes.
Yep.
Okay.
For me, for the next 5 years, I see myself finishing college, probably playing overseas, some professional type of basketball, but just doing something that I truly enjoy doing. So
okay. Now, and that's why Kirk also brought up the 20-year mark, because when your body's not going to let you play basketball anymore, do you still want to be around the game? Do you see yourself maybe coaching or just doing other things, or do you say, hey, you know what, when I'm finished with I want to be an engineer, or I want to do this? Anything after your playing career is over, because that day comes for everybody.
Yeah, because eventually the basketball got to stop dribbling at some point, so you got to have something to look like, to have a backup plan. So for me, I like cooking. I like training with kids basketball.
Yeah. Good.
I'm into cybersecurity stuff too. That's what I'm going to major in college. So
Okay.
Just basketball stops dribbling. You got to have something to back up. So one of those three things was definitely going to be my thing.
Okay. Oh, wait, let me just say this, Tavarres. As long as you don't say podcast host, then Kirk and I are good, because we don't want to compete with you, over the next 20 years. We trying to lock down Northern Virginia. Go ahead.
I'm a big guy on like spending time alone by myself. So like I like basketball don't work. My plan B is to like get my CDL's license and do big truck driving far.
Oh, my dad
truck drive,
You make a really good living doing that, by the way. You can make a really good living doing that.
Yep. I love to drive, man. My dad, he drove, and he's done stuff like, he did that for years. And my son, Nasir, my oldest son, Cameron, he loves to cook. He actually went to Johnson & Wells for college, down in Charlotte. So, and they also have a campus up in Rhode Island. But no, man, this has been great getting to know you all. Very, very proud of the way you guys have conducted yourselves on and off the court. And Miles, for those who don't know, that was in the background, that was Nasir's older brother, Mal Coleman. No, it's his dad. I'm just messing with y'all. That's his pops.
He's not old enough to be his dad.
But he looks young enough that he could be his older brother, man. Say hi again so people know that man right there, who's also a Prince William County legend from back in the day. So I want to thank you all for what you've done in terms of high school sports and then the community. And like I said, you've represented yourself well. Good luck on in this upcoming seasons for both of you. Come back on the show. Let us know how things are going, and if there's anything you all want to promote, any shout outs you want to give, feel free to do that now.
I'm cool, man. I like to just thank y'all for having us on this show. And I'll be happy to come back and speak anytime.
Okay.
We liked having you, and you guys communicate well with adults.
Appreciate it.
If you ever meet younger people, sometimes they struggle to communicate with you guys. Are like, we could hang out with y'all. I mean, y'all don't want to, but it was a lot of fun talking to you guys. I liked it. It was a good time.
Appreciate that.
What about you, Nasir? Go ahead.
I don't think I got nothing to shout out. I know me and T gonna do something coming real soon. Maybe training kids, a little camp for like maybe a couple days. So I definitely put that in people's eyes. Maybe, and if it doesn't happen this summer, most definitely next summer. But we're gonna try to shoot for the end of the summer. Try to do like a 3 or 4 day thing with little kids, or middle school little kids, one of those type of things. But that's it.
Good. All right, sounds good. Kirk.
No, I don't really have anything to plug except for we're going to be rolling out some great content. A lot of Prince William County, because we know a lot of Prince William County people are watching now. A lot of football stuff to come. And please leave comments and give us ideas. If you want to see a show about this, that, or the other, what's up, Tavarres?
I got one thing to say. Freedom Woodbridge, best football school in the DMV over the Matheson.
Okay. Nope.
That's what I got.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. We can't really argue with that.
Coach Overton has agreed to come on and do a quick preview, like a 10-minute, and we got him, and we got a ton. We've got coaches from all over the state. That's a teaser. Make sure you subscribe. You'll get the reminder.
They're not.
Go ahead, Nasir.
No, they're not. Nobody's beating Freedom for the next 2-3. Yeah,
come on, Patriot. Nasir, maybe if you had played corner, you could have shut down Juju and all them, and Patriot would have won that playoff game. I'm just saying.
No,
I think I would have put him on straps.
Juju would have cooked him.
You'd have locked him down.
Nah.
Yeah, man.
Look, Freedom Woodbridge is going to play their toughest opponent
in
the state quarterfinals.
Who they play?
So if they win against Highland Springs, they're going to win the state championship.
Oh, Highland Springs.
Yep.
Okay.
Highland Springs.
All right,
I already know. Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, again, I want to thank you all for joining the show. I didn't thank my co-host Kirk as we get ready for our busy season. One of the things you all can do to help our show is to help us get subscribers. We're right there, almost having 1,000 subscribers. So let's see how this show does. Not just with viewers, but we can get metrics to show us how many people subscribe because of Nasir and Tavarres, you know,
It tells us that.
because we definitely know there were, you know, that TJ Bush, you know, he lit it up like.
TJ
put TJ on the show.
See that?
We had TJ on the show, and we got a lot of
TJ on the show.
Real good. Let's see what y'all can do. Okay?
And Coach Overton had a profile of him also.
Yeah, no doubt. But look, good luck next year. Now, see, I'm gonna have to. I used to, just so you know, I used to work right beside UDC with all those embassies. I work for the State Department, but I used to work up there for about 15 years, and I would be on UDC's campus all the time, especially for lunch. But I'm gonna have to check you out, young man. Real proud of what you're doing, and Tavarres, I'm gonna check you out too, bro. All right,
appreciate that.
And if I referee one of your games, don't act like you know me, all right? Because and then don't get mad if I foul you. All right.
I appreciate y'all having these two boys on there. They deserve everything. I watched them grow from little boys to men now, and they put in the work to put themselves in position to be positive influences, not only on and off the basketball court, but for they, you know, the kids looking up to them that's watching them now too. So I appreciate them getting an olive branch from y'all, extending, you know, just having them talk about themselves. It was deeply appreciated.
Oh yeah. And we appreciate the job, DJ.
And you guys represented yourself extremely well. I mean, you can show this on a job interview. How you communicate, keeping things positive are very important. So thank you.
And we give it, you know, props to you as dads, Miles, because I know it's not easy raising. Because Kirk and I also have sons that just graduated in class of 2023, but you know, appreciate what you've done with not just Nasir but other young men in the community. So, yes, sir.
Mr. Riley, I know you back there somewhere. He's been a big influence on that young man's little.
He's upstairs.
He's upstairs. Oh, he stepped off. Okay, I thought he was around, but. Just as much as I'm in Nasir's life, that man is in Tavarres Riley's life, man. He's been there from day one. And from two people that came from two neighborhoods that didn't get along, now we best friends and not friends. So, you know, adulthood changes a lot. And our kids intertwined us together now, you know. I just really appreciate the chance, you know, for them to just tell their stories.
Yeah, no doubt. And I'm glad that we were able to make this work. So, hey, again, good luck. Enjoy the rest of your summer and your upcoming seasons. And we look forward to following you, promoting you, and having you back on in the future. All right. So for Kirk Hilliard, Tavarres Riley, and Nasir Coleman and his Pops Miles, this has been the Kirk and Byrd Show. We are out.